Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thank you for tuning in. Check out your boy. I'm in my lab doing what I do for you. Today I got a good lesson for you. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Fridays in 25 minutes live by storytelling. Start with a message and story for life. These are life lessons, concepts, and viewpoints that I pass along to my right thinkers. Okay, let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Give you something you didn't have prior to you tuned in to my show. That's what I do. Give you something new for you. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's the goal, or that's my mission as a right thinker, to get all my followers to know themselves. And I have concepts and viewpoints to do that with. All purpose of giving esoteric lessons. There's a hidden message in our lessons. Let's go. Now the question is, excuse me, know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and know that they know not is simple. I can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I'm going to teach you. You learn it, live it, it becomes yours. I'm just passing it along. I'm just a messenger. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. It's called spiritual knowledge. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up to yourself. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. Until my app be true. Today I got a lesson that I've been working on since May 10th back in May. Because I want to do it in a way that is understood, not misconstrued and misunderstood. I'm trying to do anything or sway anybody different to the descriptions and all that. Okay, but the title is, right thing, let's talk about the 12 stages of consciousness, aka the apostles, aka man's consciousness, aka potential to become Christ or reach the Neha state. All these things are stages of consciousness that you have to reach within yourself. How about that? Let's go with that. In 12 Apostles, I listened to my man, Reverend Ike. He put it in a way that gave me a better or different perspective, understanding about it. So I want to do that. I had the desire to do that, so let's go. Here we go. Hope I don't disrespect nobody. Hope I don't offend nobody. It's just right thinkers concept with my twist. Okay? We know that Simon, the first one, the first concept for me, the first stage, again, these are stages, the steps that you go through like masonry. You got the first three, you get the blue house, the next four takes you to the red house, so forth and so on. So there's stages, there's 32 of them, okay? But you have to understand each phase. If you're gonna know it, you need to know it. That's where teaching comes in at. I was dealing with instruction for 15 years. I taught Masonic knowledge. I have Masonic knowledge. I lived Masonic lifestyle when I was a Mason. Still is, but just don't live. I've elevated my level of knowledge and understanding to another level. Okay, let's go. Simon, when he heard the word, heard the truth, he heard God's word, he became the pillar, what they call the foundation. They built the thing, the whole thing is based on Simon, who changed his name to Peter after hearing the word of God. Now his brother, which is the next level, that's the first level, is hearing. Learning, you hear. Why? Because folklore was not written, it was spoken. So the spoken word to hear is the first level of knowing and understanding truth. Andrew, Simon's brother, he represents courage. To hear the word is fine, but are you going to act on it? Are you going to have the courage and the strength to carry out what the word is telling you, what the word says you should do? Andrew, who did that, carried out faithfully the word that he heard, and he became represent his master through strength and courage to do what he was told to do, follow orders, so to speak. I got Andrew. I got a bunch of notes here, so I'm going to be back and forth. I did that for a reason. Yes, Andrew represents strength and courage, okay? You need that. Third phase is James, the just. Ah, my man. Righteousness. I can see that in me. Why? Because to be able to judge anybody, you start with yourself first. And you have to be just and righteous to do judgment for anybody else. That's why ancient times we had to follow the school of Maya to be on the panel of judgment in the political arena. Now, if there's anybody sitting on that panel, the 9 judges who worked for life don't know jack about. Get back to lesson. Stick with my lesson. Here you go. So James is the just. Then you got John. John showed love, affection over hate. Down here, I got John as, love over hate. Love and affection is what John showed and what he represents. That's the 4th level, the chakras. That would be the 4th level, the heart chakra. What? Having compassion and love for somebody other than yourself. So it fits right in. That's what I'm trying to show you. I'm tying together ancient, biblical, no different. Wording different, same concept, same meaning. I'm going to try to make that happen. Now you got Philip. Philip is, what's that? He become spiritually enlightened. That's the 5th level. Knowing God for himself. Philip has knowledge of God. Philip is the one that, awakened. He's an awakened man. That's your 5th level. And the 5th part of your consciousness is power of the word. And demonstrating it, meaning living and doing what you know to be right. We're getting there. All these are just phases that you're going to go through. In order for you to get to the 12th level, you have to master all of them. I can break it down astrologically, but I'm not doing that right now. But I'm just going to try to give you right thinking philosophy, my term, what I got from the biblical concept, what they teach. I don't follow the Bible, so I really wouldn't know all this stuff. So I'm just going from what I do and picking up that from here. Here you go. 6th one. Number 6. Stages of consciousness of man you have to go through to know thyself 100%. The next level, number 6, is Bartholomew. That's your imagination. When you have awakened to your higher self, you become conscious of things that, where they come from. The intuitive knowledge sets in. So Bartholomew is very important because he's aware of the higher consciousness and educated on knowledge of self. Again, the knowledge of man with spirit and knowledge, you become powerful. Okay? Bartholomew becoming God conscious. Imagination. That means you have to have the wherewithal to foresee and understand. That's Bartholomew. I got a buddy called Black Bartholomew, the pirate. Not this guy. I don't know about the Bible, so I didn't have it for years. Here you go. One of my favorites. Thomas, number 7, discipleship. You have to understand. They call him Doubting Thomas. Yeah, because he wasn't going for your nonsense. I call him Anubis. Why? He uses what everybody, this big word now, discernment. Anubis is your aspect of discernment that you have to have in order to do anything worthwhile. Why? You got no right from false. That's all. Truth from falsehood. I listen. I have an ear for discernment. I can hear rhetoric. I can discern what you're saying, if it's good or bad. It's just that simple. That's why knowledge is powerful. Why? Because if you're ignorant, somebody can tell you something that you don't know, and you can't distinguish between, you can't discern if you don't know. Discernment comes from knowing. So you have to have knowledge to have discernment. Next one, after Doubting Thomas, you got Matthew. Matthew, recognizing what your God-given gifts, your talents. Recognize your calling. Stand in your lane. I'm a teacher, not a preacher, not all that nonsense. I'm a sage, ancient concepts, but I teach concepts and views about life that you can implement and use for yourself. That's why I have my students. I don't grade by paper. I grade by how you live. So understand that you can see, and what you're doing is right, it'll show. Next one, you got James, son of Alphaeus, whoever he is. Again, don't know these biblical people, but James represents gaining what? Knowledge, so that you won't be hoodwinked, bamboozled, which the whole world, black people have been done that by powers that be. But if you use your James concept, you will avoid that. Why? Because knowledge is power. Knowing thyself avoids you from being bamboozled. So the will of good in God is embedded in your knowledge and understanding of self. Again, Grandma told me, I got a sixth grade education, but you can't fool me. Meaning, I know enough in life that I'm smart enough to not to be bamboozled, okay? Or she called the TV a long time ago the idiot box. When I was a kid, didn't agree with Granny. Granny, you was right on point. I'm saying it now. So, yeah, truth will stay its course. It won't change. It won't bend, break. No, it's not going to give in. And when I'm on the point of truth, I'm not giving in either. So if you come at me with anything other than the truth, you're going to have a problem with me. Okay, understand that. I speak the truth. I represent the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me, and that's what I do. Learning, to study to prove myself worthy to tell just that, the truth. But I do it better. I live it. Okay, then you got your boy number 10, Thaddeus. I don't know who he is, but he represents, he praises God and gives thanks. So he's pleasantly pleasant Thanksgiving. He represents understanding God's blessings and receiving them and giving thanks. That's worship and praise. I'm Thaddeus. I got that part. Again, all these are the characters of your personal being. All this is coming from you, from the inside. You becoming conscious of every level. So as you get to the end, I got a nice one for you when you get to the end. Thaddeus praising and giving thanks to God for the blessing that he received on a day-to-day basis. That's why I pray and meditate every day. Sorry about that. Then we go to Simon. Simon, what do they call him? The real hit. Okay, wait a minute. The good. Oh, okay. He hear the word. He brings the good news, the gospel. He the ones that recognize the goodness. Simon, the Canaanite. Yeah, there you go. Good news. Land of milk and honey. He got dreams and aspirations of the good time. He's following the gospel, the good news. Obviously, the land of milk and honey. Do neither one of them, but that's fine. This is the concept. I understand that. Okay? And that's what we need to understand. The land of milk and honey is when you reach knowing thyself, nihas, Christhood, anointed. You reach the level of understanding within yourself. So, milk and honey is the concept. Now, at 11, everybody understand that. That's your boy. The last one in number 12, Judas. This is my lesson. The lesson not about Judas for me or this. Why? Because we got a bad rap on Judas. Judas is the ability to do what you have to do. Jesus knew that the 11 other disciples, his apostles who followed him, could not do what he needed done at the time, which was Judas to go do the job. Get the concept now? So, Judas is turning on you. No, Judas is the aspect of you that will do whatever you need to do. That means turning you in. I'm not taking away from you. So, call me Judas. Yeah, I'm going to protect myself and do what I need to do. That's Judas in a nutshell. What's this, okay? Judas, the killer. Why? He going to kill up that old concept. He have to die. In order for you to resurrect, or to be your best self, that you have to die. The ego have to be conquered. And Judas will last conqueror. Why? Because he's going to do what he need to do. If you saw, they showed the movie when Haru had set that his weapon. He said, she's like, I'm not, he said, you're going to spare my life. He said, I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm going to do what I got to do. When you have your enemy in a position, you take the responsibility to do what you need to do. Vanquish your enemies. That's your ego, conceptually. Metaphorically, not physically. But I feel that same way too. So I try to break it down as best I could. Judith, you have to be able to what? Kill off the old, knowing that there will be a what? Resurrecting. A lot of people scared to die. Why? Because you don't have enough wherewithal and knowledge to understand that this life is just temporary. It's what's inside you that's eternal. That's why knowing thyself and being spiritually enlightened takes care of the doubt and the mystery about death in your life. I see people, that's one man, that guy right there, scared to death. Why? You never got enlightened. The hellhounds, I call them. Why? You lived all the good stuff when you wanted to, but it was time to pay the piper. Now you don't want to pay. Don't not want to pay. Be responsible for your actions. That's karma. When karma comes delivered to you on your deathbed, that's all yours. See, you didn't pay attention, but every time you see Tahuti, he's keeping track. That's your memory bank, whether you know it or not. Or everything you do, everything you think, don't worry, it's all written down. So when you go for your turn, you got to answer for everything you did. That's the way the game is played. That's how it's done. And to be a Judas meaning no, you're in a turncoat. No, you're doing what you need to do for you to better yourself, to become the person you need to be. I'll give you the lesson I had from my perspective. Hope you enjoyed it. I got more.